everyone, this is Dressel Training's workout day for Friday, January 8th. So I hope you guys are feeling a little less sore today after Wednesday. Today's workout, we have a station rotation style workout. We're going to start with it up front. So we're going to have 4 rounds of 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. During the 40 seconds, you're accumulating repetitions of a movement. We're going to have 4 different movements that you're going to rotate through. The 20 seconds off will allow you some rest and some transition time. The first movement is a 1-arm overhead dumbbell lunge. So you're going to have the dumbbell placed overhead in the right or the left arm. It does not matter. You can switch whenever you like during the 40-second period. You're going to maintain a locked out position, so elbows straight, shoulders active. You will lunge forward. That's 1. Then 2, alternating legs. Note that as I lunge forward, my knee is directly over my ankle. I took a big enough step so that my toes and my heels are weighted evenly, and my back knee has gently touched the floor. Okay, so we're working for 40 seconds. Accumulating reps of the lunge. Then our next station is a strict handstand push-up. This can be done against a wall. This can be done on a box, or you can take dumbbell and come into an L-sit position and perform a strict Z press. Okay? So this is one of the only movements probably that will invoke some structural fatigue to the point where you might not be able to do more reps and you'll have to take a break. So, given that, what I would consider is instead of going for one big unbroken set for your strict handstand push-ups, to break it up before you need to in consistent sets, and then when you feel like you are able to go again, then flip up to the wall or to the box and go again. So variations that we can do, strict box handstand push-up. So our feet are going to be on the box. We're going to adopt a pike position. When I do the pike position, my hips are ideally right over my shoulders and they stay there the entire time that I'm doing the push-up. They don't come behind my shoulders and I don't walk out in the plank. So this is what I mean. I'm going to be in my pike position. I'm going to come straight down so that my head travels just in front of my wrists. Then I'm going to press right back out. Notice my hips stay over my shoulders. And what doesn't happen is this. And I come to a push-up, and then I come right back. Okay, we want to keep that vertical position with the torso relative to the hips. If you're on the wall and you would like to do handstand push-ups, you may do so with an ab mat. You can also perform it with a plate and an ab mat to reduce the depth so that you can continue working through at least, I would say, 3 to 6 reps each set. Particularly on the wall, make sure that you are bringing your chest and head through and that your legs are nice and tight. So you're kind of performing a kind of gymnastic style hollow shape, if you will. Right? This will help create tension to the system and help you perform a more effective handstand push-up. Then our next movement, we are going to take the same dumbbell we used for the overhead lunge, and with our box, we are going to perform box step-ups. So with one leg, we're going to step up all the way up onto the box before the opposite leg comes up to meet it. Then we'll step down, alternate to the other side. You may hold the dumbbell however you like. You can hold it in the suitcase position. You can hold it in front rack with your hands or with both hands like this. Okay? Either shoulder, you can hold it on your back, you can hold it overhead. Anywhere is acceptable. Then lastly, we have a no push-up inchworm. No push-up inchworm is like follows. We walk our hands out all the way to plank so that our shoulders over our wrists, and we will walk our hands towards our feet until our hips are directly over our hands or as close as your mobility will allow. So what we want to avoid is this. We walk out, we take one step up, and then we walk out again. Okay, you're shortening the rep there we want you to walk all the way until your hips are as close to over your hands as possible or as your body allows. So each step from plank, walking up to pike, back to plank, is 1 repetition. So we're going through 4 rounds. Keep in mind that your shoulders will begin to fatigue as you go. So in order to maximize the number of reps, make sure that you are doing the movements correctly, efficiently, and not to failure. From here, we're going to go into a complex squatting movement. Every 90 seconds for 5 sets, we're going to do 8 overhead squats. So we're really seeing how well your shoulders can handle a load overhead after they are fatigued from our station rotation. So our overhead squat is going to be with the barbell. It's going to be from the floor. So when we do overhead squats from the floor, we need to bring the bar up to our front rack position. We're going to bring it up and over, and then we're going to bring it up overhead. Note my hands are wide. My elbow crease is facing the ceiling. So this will help get torque in the shoulders and help the shoulders scoop up overhead. Imagine you are a martini glass. We want a martini glass, not a wine glass, where elbows are bent. We want the martini glass. So martini glass here, and then from here, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to press up against the bar. I'm going to make sure it's always over my neck as I go down. And I will stand up nice and tall to finish the movement. Ideally, we're getting below parallel. You may use a target as needed to help guide you into the bottom of the squat. If this is too challenging for us, or we don't have the range of motion required for the overhead squat, and we're only getting to about a quarter of the way, then we can either perform overhead split squats, so we're a little more upright in our torso, or we can do overhead marches for 30 seconds in place, keeping that active shoulder position against the barbell. So those are a couple variations you could do there. We are going to be prescribing loads for the overhead squat. You can scale the load up or down as needed. The goal is to achieve all 8 reps in a row, so you're not breaking them up into sets of 4, sets of 2, or what have you. So that's the workout for Friday. Have a great workout and an awesome end to the week.